Hey, man, this Charleston White and Vlad interview situation got the whole internet reacting right now. We got everybody talking about it. Boosie, Aries Spears, Vlad. Man, social media going crazy over Charleston White being back on Vlad. But we got to talk about this because the hip-hop media, the internet, the cultures, the podcasts, the reaction channels, everybody reacting to this right now, man. But I want to know what y'all think, too. Do y'all think Charleston White being back on Vlad is good for the internet? Or let me know something, man. But y'all know what time it is, man. We finna get right into it. Show for show. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know what's going on, man. Hit that like button on your way in. We thugging. It's on. But let's get into it, man.
And Charleston's coming back to VladTV, by the way.
Right, which kind of feels like a Boosie shot.
No, it's not.
Inadvertently, it works as one, though.
I mean, no, it's not. I mean, what it was is this. It was that when me and Boosie had a long-standing business relationship, he asked me for a favor to not do business with Charleston.
Right.
So, being that this was the biggest, guest at VladTV, he had that type of grace to do that. Look, I take these business relationships very seriously.
Right.
Like I'm very careful. Like it's rare. It's rare to find someone that you could do business with for year after year and it benefits both people and you have a good working relationship and both people are respectful and so forth. I'm very careful. I'm very kind, very nice and really obliging to people in this case. Right. And I expect that same level of grace back because I'm also doing something that they're getting benefit from.
Right.
Right. So when that gets out of whack, you start to look at other situations. So, I mean, with the Boosie thing, it was like, look, we hit a wall. He wants 35,000. I told him I'm going to do 25.
Right.
He said no. And when I looked at that situation, even at 35, he was taking about 72% of the money.
Right.
Right. Because I was making consistently about 35.
Right.
So you take in almost 3/4 of the money. I'm doing all the work. I'm traveling. I'm going to your house. I'm having to hire a camera crew in Atlanta. I don't fly coach, right? You don't fly coach. So I'm flying. I'm spending thousands of dollars to fly. I'm spending a couple $1,000s because I stay at nice hotels. I can't just stay at
I do
Motel
fly
6.
coach for the record, though.
You fly coach? I do not fly coach.
It's a matter of pride.
Nah, I'm not flying coach. If you see me fly, I will not be a coach. I have canceled entire trips if I can't fly first class.
That's some bougie shit. I could
It's
not.
a bougie shit, but I've earned that bougie shit. Anyways, so when I look at the work, and then you got to think, I got to put out like 50 clips with Boosie.
Right.
To make that money back and hope that a lot of them don't get demonetized and so forth. Hope that the full interview doesn't get demonetized. I'm taking a lot of risk. And my whole staff is working on Boosie clips every day for over a month.
Yeah.
That is a lot of money, a lot of time. Because I'm not really even looking at kind of the overall cost of the company.
Right.
Because that's a little bit more of a soft number. I'm looking at hard numbers and I'm only making about 10 in the hard numbers. If you look at the overall cost, it's less than that. And at 25, I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know. So I'm getting a hard time at 25. He wants to do 35. I don't even want to do 30.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because
Hey, man, imagine you got paid 25,000. Imagine you got paid 10,000. The shit right here. And Vlad come interview you and y'all gonna run it up. What's up with Boosie, bro? Somebody must have gotten Boosie ear. I ain't gonna hold you.
with the overall cost, it really kind of becomes zero again.
And he had already kind of worked his way into a position where his rate was high enough that you were only really trying to do it maybe 3 times a year, 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm sure that if he had stuck to a lower number, if he had stuck to 10K, you might have done every month.
Every month. We could have done every month. You could have made 100.
But a lot of times when you were interviewing him, you were going to like 3 hours, and I could tell that you were really scraping the pot.
Yeah, I got to stretch it out, man. It takes a long time to prepare for it, and it's physically exhausting to really sit down with someone for 3 hours and really kind of have a laser focus. So it's like, if me and Boosie were to come back together, we'd have to renegotiate the whole thing. Right. And I think like pride wise, he wouldn't do it.
Right.
Because he feels.
Y'all think Boosie go back up on there, bro? Let's see, man. I want to know what y'all think. What y'all think, man? Get in the comments, man. Share this live, man. I'm finna share this to everything, man. Y'all share this live, man. Y'all think
when he said,
Boosie mad? Y'all think Boosie mad? Keep it on it. Let's stay facts.
I don't need podcasts. Podcasts need me.
Right.
Which I disagree with. I think that he's where he's at today in a large part to podcasts.
Yeah.
As the music started to slow down, the podcast thing kind of went up.
Yeah.
So I think pride-wise, he probably wouldn't do it. So I don't know if I'll do anything with Boosie in the future.
I feel like maybe as time goes by, there will come a time where you guys can barely even remember the details of why you initially got into it. And that at some point, I think that the door will be open for you guys to work together again, especially because a lot of rappers, even rappers who put themselves out there as having a lot of money, sometimes I have my doubts, and I do think that making almost $100,000 a year for Boosie from interviews is probably pretty significant. Not saying that there's not a bunch of other ways that you can make 100K, but I mean, how many features is he really doing? I'm not really seeing it all the time. How much is he actually touring? I don't know. I'm sure he does do a bit of it, but still, to make 100K from doing club dates or for doing features, that's quite a good amount of work.
Well, I guess because people are like saying he fumbled the bag and so forth, which I don't agree with. He's been putting out videos saying, "Hey, man, I make 100K every weekend doing shows," and I don't doubt it, because at no point do I feel like Boosie is dependent on VladTV to pay his bills.
For the record, I really doubt that he's doing that every weekend.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where?
Well, he's pretty big in the South, man. And there's a lot of like...
But every weekend?
Well, think about it. He's a big entity in the South.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to discredit Boosie on any level, right? I have a lot of respect for Boosie. And, think about how many states that you and I have never gone to,
right? With
cities that you and I will never drive
He's been building up his network for 20
that's what I'm
years.
Saying. He's had this network of clubs, and look, you don't need to do an arena. There's plenty of venues that hold 500 people, maybe 1,000 people in like Missouri and Alabama and Mississippi that I will never ever even know about, that probably has been booking Boosie consistently year after year and pulling a crowd, and he does his thing, and it's because it's largely ignored by people like Chris Brown when they go on tour, or like artists like that. They're like a J. Cole will probably never do a show there, but we got the ashtray coming.
Oh, ashtray, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so I think he's good, man. I think Boosie's good, and look, we reached a point where it didn't make sense. From his point of view, he's saying, well, I've been doing 25 4 times a year, and I'm giving Vlad a deal to do 35 once. And I'm like, that's not a deal, because if it breaks even, it's a waste of my time.
Right. And I think that
he basically saying he don't want to do it if it ain't gonna make a profit for him. Boosie winning. He basically looking out for Boosie. He paying Boosie all that to get an interview or two from him a year, and a friendship, basically.
Like, there's something where people expect to get raises over time, because that's how it works if you work at the mall. That, like, as time goes by, they increase your pay. And that's just the inevitable way that people expect it to go. And I feel like in our space, that typically should work kind of in the opposite way, because once you've done 10 interviews, and shout out to the VladTV Moonrock Blunts, but once you've done 10 interviews, typically you're worth less to me as time goes by. You're worth at least a little bit less because you've got a little bit less to talk about. If you go back to the Boosie interviews that you did 10 years ago, a lot of them were him telling crazy stories about his life.
Yeah.
Whereas now your interviews with him probably have been like 90% him talking about current events that don't really have anything to do with him.
Yeah. Yeah. There's that. You run out of things to talk about, so you have to kind of reinvent it. And look, like I remember during my conversation, my back and forth with Aries, when he was like, yo, Boosie getting 25, we need to renegotiate. And I'm like, okay, well, there's more to it. Boosie's actually getting 20. And he's like, I want 25. And I'm like, all right, how about we do 20 and then we do 5 to do a house tour?
Right.
And the first house tour blew up.
So he basically telling him, bro, we could do all this. I'm going to give you a dub. Bop, I'm going to throw you a dub. Bop. Once I throw you the dub, I'm going to pay you an additional 5 just to come do it at your crib. So I ain't got to fly you out. Bop, I probably got some other interviews over there where you at in Atlanta or wherever, Georgia, wherever he lived. So it all kind of makes sense. You feel me? But yeah, he basically just broke it down for real.
Well,
you did a couple of those, but it's not like you can do a house tour every time.
We could possibly, so we did like 3 of them. So that was a way for him to get 25. But like I created money out of thin air, basically. Like, okay, here's something we could do that's not.
I don't know nobody who got interview platforms that's gonna interview somebody for 25,000, bro. Unless they for sure know that. Cause see, it's a gamble when you doing these interviews, because you might put an interview out and it might not hit the algorithm how you expected it. Presentation, monetization, all different types of stuff. So Vlad low key smart. Look, and I ain't siding with nobody because this stingy cake, bro. But basically what I'm saying is Vlad is not dumb, especially when it comes to knowing how the internet work. What up with it? So he's smart for what he doing. He took a W by getting rid of Boosie. Because if you think about it, there's people on the internet that do more numbers than Boosie that Vlad could potentially be getting, which is Charleston White, 607 Unks, and people like that. And Boosie low-key was holding him up. I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Y'all hit that like button. We got 6 likes. What? Never. Hit that like button, man. Everybody in here, hit that like button, man. Share this video, man. We finna break it down. We got 6ix9ine popping it, trolling Boosie. We got Aries Spears responding, man. It's going up today. For sure, man. Drop a like and vote on the poll, man. For sure.
Costing you anything that I could make some more money out of.
And I saw that the first one
went crazy. But the other ones kind of did well also.
Okay.
But the last conversation, it was like, well, I don't want to do a house tour this time because really there's nothing new. Like my mom's house got built. And I'll just do that, which is not really all that interesting because we kind of already saw the outside of it. So really he wanted 35 with no house tour. And I'm just like, I don't know. This doesn't make sense.
That's
but
crazy.
The way I was trying to explain to Aries was like, we don't do house tours. It's really 20. And the numbers are drastically different. So like you can't just say, I want what he's getting. It just doesn't work that way because there's a lot to it. And even like I said, at 20, you're a little bit, I don't know. Look,
20, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I was getting paid 20,000 to talk for 2 hours, bro, and I could say whatever I want, right? I have common courtesy, like, okay, I know my boy say we've been getting demonetized, X, Y, and Z, you know? So being considerate, I'm going to watch what I say, but I'm going to say what I want. And I'm going to know how to present it. You get what I'm saying? And then I would I would rock with Vlad, bro. 25 piece, 20 piece, I'll fly to him. For sure. I come every month. I tell him just give me 10. Give me 10. And I come every month. We could do twice a month for the 20. I'll give you more content because I know that's what, you feel me? That's what everybody looking for. But yeah, man.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And I'm back with my guy, DJ Vlad.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Man, feeling good.
Yeah?
Feeling good.
It's supposed to be hard times for you right now. You're kind of under fire.
No hard times.
It's not getting to you.
Nah. I learned from last time, man. When I went through my whole cancel cycle with the whole Farrakhan thing.
It only gets easier, right?
Well, I just handled it badly. You know, I didn't get in front of it. I let other people.
So we gonna hear a few things from him, and then we gonna come back. We gonna come back. So let's see what he's talking about real quick.
Start to tell their narrative of it and start to twist my words, and other people were speaking on my behalf.
Hit that like button, man.
All that, and it all kind of turned into a cluster. And this time, when I saw there was a glimpse of that happening, I said, let me get totally in front of it, like 100% in front of it, and let me put out all the facts and let people come to their own conclusion, because I didn't want that same domino effect to happen again.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, technically speaking, it's structurally quite similar to what happened to you back in sort of early pandemic, where at that time you had, you know, Lord Jamar, Godfrey, a handful of other guys kind of turn their back and decide they didn't want to do podcasts anymore. So Aries and Boosie having sort of similar arcs for a different reason. It's pretty similar. But it's interesting how two very similar things could happen 5 or so years apart, and in one situation you'd be kind of unbothered because I think you've just gotten the tougher skin as time went by, versus at that time, I recall that it definitely was getting to you a bit, and it seemed like an existential threat.
Well, just because I didn't handle it. I should have just gotten in front of it. I mean, realistically, I've talked about it, I've apologized about it, and it's like, look, there was this Farrakhan video that was purposely edited a certain type of way to make him look like he was saying something. And then when you saw the full video and saw the context, that's not exactly what he meant.
Right.
And I fell for it. And instead of making a video and say, listen, guys, this is what happened. Here's the original video. Got whatever, 5 million views. You know, so me and a lot of other people fell for it. Here's the original. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I apologize. And I think that would have taken the wind out of the sails of everyone that really, I think, secretly didn't like me anyways, and looked at it as an opportunity to like, okay, let's get him out of here.
Right.
And yeah, man, this time around, I wasn't going to let other people tell the narrative. As soon as Boosie said, you know, I'm not coming back because Vlad's not giving me 5,000, it made it sound a little crazy. Because
it sounded like you were doing interviews with him for free for all those years, and that he wanted to get paid 5,000, and you were like, nah, you're not worth 5,000.
Yeah, I mean, people didn't know what he was getting paid. Like, you didn't have the whole context of the conversation.
Yeah.
You can't say, I'm leaving because he won't give me 5,000 if you're not saying what you're already getting. And then the way I pointed out is actually, it wasn't even over 5,000, it was over 10,000.
Right.
Because he was getting 25, but he wanted 35. And I felt like once I put that all the way out there, and look, Boosie's never denied any of those numbers. He made follow-up videos saying, well, I feel I deserve 35,000.
Right.
And that pretty much cemented what I was saying originally. So once I put that out there, I felt that most people looked at the situation, even Boosie fans were like, hey man, you're getting 25 and you don't have to leave your house.
Right.
That's not really a bad situation. And there's no one else that's offering you that on top of that. So come on.
Yeah. I mean, because that has been probably the most shocking thing, is that in hip hop, as the older white media personality, it's typically difficult for you to be viewed in the more favorable light when you're beefing with somebody who is a beloved rapper. you know? And the fact that, from my perspective, when I'm reading the comments, when I'm seeing other podcasters like Joe Budden or whoever weigh in, it has seemed like, oh, it's interesting to see people being pretty logical and seeming to understand that from a business perspective, I think you look better than Boosie in this whole thing, which is kind of, you know, you're used to what side people pick in these issues.
See, man, we got people like Adam 22 who just, you get what I'm saying? Like, what is he talking about? He looks better. This ain't about who looks better, bro. This is a two decade friendship. He said his first interview was with Boosie in 2006, bro. It's 2026. It's going to be 2027 in like 7 months. So I'm trying to figure out where Adam 22 come throw knives behind at Boosie. Boosie, I'll watch Boosie. I swear to God, look, type of 1 in the chat. Everybody that's in here right now, bro, stop what y'all doing. Type of 1 in the chat if you would watch Boosie over Adam 22. Did everybody on No Jumper? Would you watch a Boosie interview or would you watch an Adam 22 interview where he gonna ask you, do you wear G-strings and did you touch this dude's butt and weird stuff? Would you keep type of 1 in the chat if you would watch Boosie over Adam 22, bro? That's all I want to know right now. Because what is he talking about, bro? I was listening to it and I was trying to let it play out. But I'm like, bro, what is he? Let Vlad talk about that. Feel me? What do Adam 22 got to do with who winning and who? Ain't nobody, he not trying to win. Boosie trying to, these people is in Boosie ear right now, gang. Feel me? And they telling him, you could make this, Vlad. Look, they pocket watching. This is pocket watching gone wrong. And we're going to get into it. We're going to bust it down. That's what I'm saying. Look, just hit that like button for me. That's all I need you to do for me right now, gang. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you new. And type of 1 in the chat if you will watch Boosie over Adam 22. That's all I want to know right now at this moment, gang. Like, I see a couple ones, but it's 146 of y'all, and we only got 20 likes, bro. That's crazy work. I ain't been running ads or nothing, man.
Is oftentimes being based on identity and not so much reality. But it feels like it's been going pretty well in terms of how people feel, which makes me feel like the audience is maybe growing up a little bit.
All right, what's up, bro?
Transparency goes a long way.
True.
Transparency. When you tell people the whole story from top to bottom and you have receipts and the other person doesn't turn around and say, no, that's
smoke break, chat. Light y'all cigarettes up. Light y'all cigarettes up, man. We smoke breaking, man.
wrong. The other person says, well, yeah, but then the person, you know, who's watching could say, okay, I can make a logical explanation. I think, look, most people who are watching this are working people. Who wouldn't love to get $25,000 to sit on the couch and shoot the shit with someone that you've known for years?
To any normal person, that just sounds the craziest thing they ever heard.
Like, I've gotten views here and there, but not 25,000
for sure.
I mean, seriously, have you ever gotten 25,000 to do an interview?
Definitely not.
Yeah, so you're talking about top tier payment.
Probably the most that anybody in rap gets paid with any sort of frequency. Yeah, with frequency, exactly. Because listen, Boosie never told me that the problem is because I said a couple times that Tekashi has gotten more than anyone else. He's never told, people run with that narrative, but he's never told me that. I feel like Sean Cotton just kind of said that because it felt right, and then a lot of.
But Sean Cotton is right because Charleston White did mess up the interview game because people were saying Charleston White broke because he ain't got no YouTube channel. They was coming at him. You know, Charleston White read the comments for sure. Like, if it's about him, he gonna read the comment. But basically, you know, Sean Cotton was stating facts, bro. He was saying that Charleston White came in the game and messed up the interview game and told people he charged $10,000. So everybody like, oh, the internet is an ego thing, bro. All these channels that y'all see, all these dudes, they feel like they bigger. You get what I'm saying? See, me, I be peeping stuff. You feel me? That's why you don't never see me collaborating with other creators, I rock with a few of them. AK-47, that's like my boy. Feel me? King AK-47, that's my boy. I collaborate with, bro. But like other channels, I see what's going on. Like, you feel me? Shout out to my boy King AK though. Feel me? For sure, for sure. But Charleston White definitely messed up the game for the interviews. That's why I don't do interviews. I don't do interviews. I don't like doing interviews because I might not make it back. You feel me? It's like when you leave. Look, have y'all ever had somebody pull up on y'all and y'all know he up to no good or she up to no good, and you know, like, damn, I might not come back home today. Feel me? So hold on, let me go. Let me go straighten up real fast. You feel me? Let me go. Let me do something real quick. But that's how it is with the interviews on my end, because you never know when you'll get hit. You feel me? It might be people hating, get your video hit. Feel me? They just tried to take me down the other day when I posted that AB video. Like, you could tell somebody sent the strike because it got a timestamp. Then I appealed it, and guess what happened? They reinstated it because he wasn't even saying nothing. I literally watched the timestamp. I'm like, oh yeah, somebody doing some crazy. Like, I don't understand this, bro. But basically what I'm saying to y'all is, when Charleston White said he get 10 for an interview, all these dudes like, oh, he a snitch, he this to that. But they not making no noise. Making noise. On the internet, the snitch stuff don't mean nothing, and I'm gonna show y'all right after we watch this clip right here. But I'm gonna show y'all that hit that like button though. Subscribe to the channel, man.
Latched onto it.
Me and Sean, because I remember Sean was the person, I think he was like the first like big media outlet that picked up on the whole Boosie $5,000 thing, and he kind of commented on it. So I called him right away, and we just had a conversation. I was like, hey, this is the whole story, and I'm about to drop a video and explain it. And he was like, oh, okay. Oh, now I get it. Then I dropped the video, and then he published the video and so forth. And it's like, all right, like, this is the whole story. And being in the media space, look, man, I created this industry of charging for videos, right? I mean, would you say in this space, I created that?
Yeah. I mean, when I rewind back to like 2018, 2019, I remember Dame Dash asked me for $500 so you could get an Uber and a haircut. And I was astonished that someone was asking me for $500. Fast forward to now, it feels like really maybe even like a majority of the conversations that I have on camera, we're negotiating something.
Right. So I created this whole industry during the pandemic when comedians like Lunel, who's talked about this on camera with me, were running into financial problems because they couldn't tour. And these are, this whole group of people were doing my shows for free. And I felt bad for the situation that they were in. And it was like, wow, the YouTube numbers were going up and we were making more money. So I'm like, all right, let's do something here.
He gonna do his best for his business, you feel me? Because you never know, the numbers be up and down. They be up and down. You can't watch numbers. I don't watch numbers. I watch impressions. For y'all in the chat that don't know what an impression is them putting your video in front of somebody. How is they gonna click it? Is they gonna skip past it? Is they gonna watch it for 3 seconds and turn it up? That's it. Impressions is more valuable than a view because you can't get a view without an impression. So I get what Vlad saying. He trying to work his channel, bro. Like, if you got a channel, bro, you're not gonna just, like, Vlad is big. He got 6 million subscribers. So he gotta do his best for him so he could get y'all what y'all looking for. You feel me? He can't just get on there and have Boosie talking about essay and all this, and then he don't edit it right, a certain word, and then boom, he wake up in the morning and pop, he just gave Boosie 300,000 this year. It's over with for 90 days. You feel me? Don't nobody want to keep going through that, bro.
Let's even
look. I've been having 2 strikes since October of 2025. Community guideline strikes for harassment. I don't even get on here. I never got into it with nobody. I never talked crazy about nobody. That's a fact. So that let me know what's going on. But one false move, bro, you could be gone. I know y'all seen a lot of channels disappearing, bro. Not gonna be one of them, bro. That's all I'm saying. So he making a smart business move. Feel me?
You know, the playing field a little bit. Let's share some of the wealth. Let's take care.
But the friendship is bigger than the. That's why I'm saying, like, the friendship is bigger than that. You feel me? That's why you don't mix business with friendship.
Of the people that have been taking care of me, and I just started paying comedians during that time. And I think Aries came around that time, around 2019, 2020.
Comedians, look, I'm gonna tell y'all where VladTV executed 2 birds in 1 stone. So look, boom, right? I'm gonna give y'all the sauce, because a lot of people be just thinking like, oh, it's this, it's that, it's this. So Vlad is looking at it like, okay, I got 2. Okay, out of everybody that I interviewed, right? Boom. I got 2 people complaining, pocket watching, causing confusion in my payroll. You know what I'm saying? So he like, okay, boom. Aries Spears, Boosie. Boosie told me don't rock with Charleston White. I cut Charleston White off, but I knew that when I cut Charleston White off, that was a large chunk. So Boosie would have to make up for that, which he didn't because he don't do enough interviews. Excuse me. He don't do enough interviews. So when Charleston White stopped rocking with Vlad, Vlad took a hit. Boosie, he went up on the price. Look, Vlad just took a pay cut. And that's just 1 pay cut out of everything that we don't know about, right? That's just 1 pay cut outside of what we don't know about. All the other people Vlad in cahoots with a lot of people. Wack, Adam, all type of people, right? So boom. Aries Spears, he come out pocket watching. Boom. Charleston White and Aries Spears is the same thing. They're comedians. They are comedians. So I could replace, look, 2 birds in 1 stone. Boosie and Aries Spears, boom, that's what, 30, 25 plus 4. He said he was paying them 4. I'm going to say 5, because I don't know. I'm going to say he was giving them 5, right? Boom. That's 30,000. He could pay Charleston White 10. Charleston White charges 10 to 15, and he work with your budget. He ain't greedy. He gonna show you some love, especially if he coming to where you at. He gonna show you some love. You feel me? He said all the time he show y'all. A lot of podcasters then did it with him. Hustle Reset. A lot of people then did it, right? So boom. For what he was giving Aries Spears, and this is just estimation. Let's say he just giving that's 30. Boom. He get Charleston 10. 5. Let's say he throw him a 10. 5. Charleston like shit. Bet. And listen, and all this shit going on, and Vlad is the biggest platform on this internet space, bro. Tell me I'm lying. I don't care if you hating on Vlad. I don't care if you don't like Vlad. I don't care if you don't like Vlad's ethnicity. I don't care about none of that. We talking facts, bro. Over here, we talking facts. It ain't about what you think and all that on the live stream. On the video, you can tell me what you think. But on here, we stating facts, bro. And if you don't like it, have a nice day. But you feel me? You might not like what I'm finna say. So Vlad is the biggest interview platform in the hip-hop niche. We just gonna say the urban hip-hop, rap, pop culture, and he cut into the long crime because he an interview. If Vlad wanted to, he could interview anybody in the world because all he got to do is wink, wink. You get what I'm saying? Document it. Bop. That's a business move. If you know, you know. If you don't know, it ain't for you to know. So look, Vlad is the biggest. Vlad could take you somewhere. Vlad could take you to get a record deal. Vlad could, because his platform is so wide and broad that if you go on Vlad and you are nobody, you are somebody. That's at the hour that he posted, people know about you, bro. So him doing an interview with Charleston White, that's a W. Because that's what Charleston White want. Bribe people. PBD podcast. Charleston White is not going for no jumpers. You will never see Charleston White on no jumper. If y'all see Charleston White on no jumper, come to my channel and unsubscribe from me. I could guarantee you that he'll never go on no jumper. Charleston know what he doing with this Vlad situation, bro. And this just my thoughts. I ain't talked it to nobody or nothing. This just me, just off the game that I picked up and what I know and what I see and what I hear and observe for the people that ain't catching my drift. From what I observed, Charleston White want that. Big platform, not the street gang, hood podcast where they get on there like, hey man, you this and you diss Bloods and Crips and because you could tell them people ain't internet people. You get what I'm saying? He is not doing nothing with Adam, bro. I bet on that. Sure, you can ask him in his live when he go live on Instagram. Charleston White 46. So listen. That's what he wants, bro. He wants Vlad. But he not gonna go running to him. But right now, Vlad is in need of replacement. He testing out a lot of people, but he know what that Charleston White gonna hit for because Charleston White is he gonna say what come to his mind. We just gonna present it like that. I feel like he gonna say what come to his mind. And if you got the right platform, Charleston White will do you justice. So that's why you see a lot of these street dudes and these gang talk podcasts and these grown old dudes who like 50 doing reactions of Charleston White and stuff. They don't go nowhere because they don't know how to present it and they audience don't like Charleston White. You get what I'm saying? We rock with Charleston over here, gang. No meat pulling, no none of that. You feel me? Just entertainment. The logic person that watches my channel come to my channel for entertainment purposes. They don't come because, oh, I want to hear what he said so I could get mad and comment that. He gonna block you. I'm gonna block you because you not internet. You don't know how this is a metaverse. Everybody playing. That's why he got the hat that say, I think everybody playing because he playing, so he know everybody playing. I'm playing right now. Everybody playing. I'm gonna get one of them hats. I think everybody playing. I'm gonna get a shirt too. But look, I don't want to get sidetracked. You feel me? I ain't been live in a minute, so this is good. Y'all ain't really seen me live. You feel me? And chopped it up with me and let me vent and breathe on y'all like I'm supposed to do. You feel me? We finna start going back live every day. We're gonna drop 2 videos and we're gonna go live every day. And y'all gotta get in the polls. I stay posting what's going on in the space. And when Charleston White got takes on stuff, I always ask y'all what y'all think, because we know what he think. I want to know what y'all think, and I know y'all want to know what I think. So let's chop it up about it. But I ain't gonna lie, gang. Vlad is what Charleston White wanted, bro. Vlad and Charleston White is gonna be damn near bigger than Say Cheese if you really want to get technical, bro. Feel me? That it's gonna be bigger than the Say Cheese TV interviews because Vlad presents his content a certain way to where the algorithm favors it a little bit. You get what I'm saying? And he got a lot of people that's gonna click on the first hour and boost it up. I'm giving y'all the game. The game is to be told, you ain't supposed to hold the game, you supposed to get a game. Throw the game. I'm throwing y'all some game right now. So look. Vlad is in a different space on this internet. Feel me? I don't care if they the police. Look at me, gang. I done got shot by the police before, bro, for mistaken identity. If they was I see polices every day, bro. I act like I don't see them. I keep doing what I'm doing, bro. Y'all the type of people that, the things that y'all interested in life in, I'm not interested in that, gang. I was a kid before. I was interested in that stuff as kids. You feel me? Maybe if you would have caught me like at 20, 21, I would have still had that mindset, bro. But I done been through a lot, my nigga. I am not the average 30-year-old, gang. I'm gonna tell you that right now, bro. So if he the police, gang, I don't care if he the police, bro. I'm not doing nothing illegal for him to put the police on me. They came in my house and they seen how I was living, bro. They left out with a smile on their face. You feel me? Because they go to other people's house, and they strung out on the couch with a needle in their arm, dead. You feel me? Rest in peace to them. And their kids don't know what's going on. Feel me? He came to my house and seen what was going on. He's like, oh, so bro running the tight ship. Damn, how old is bro? Damn, he running a tighter ship than me. Hold on, let me step up my game. I like this little nigga. Feel me? Hold on. But I don't care if Charleston White snitched. I don't care if Gucci Man snitched. I don't care if Pooh Shiesty snitched right now. All we gonna do is run content on it, and I'm gonna ask y'all what y'all think. I don't really care what these dudes be doing, bro. I'm doing me. Feel me? I'm doing me. I'm not worried about what no other nigga doing. I'm not worried about what no other YouTube nigga doing. I ain't got nothing to do with me, bro. So basically, Charleston White wanted this, gang. That's all I wanted to tell y'all, that this is a W for Charleston, and it's a W for Vlad. Have y'all ever busted play down with y'all partner or y'all homegirl or y'all family member or y'all cousin or somebody like that, and it was beneficial for the both of y'all? That's what this is right here. You feel me? This is beneficial for the both. Because Vlad already has a Charleston White algorithm. Vlad can interview Charleston White and bust his interview down. Pop, 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 pop. And so this a play, gang. Everything on the internet is a play. Look at me. Everything is a play. That Stefan Diggs stuff y'all just seen not too long ago, that was a play. We don't know if they acted that out, so something for him, beneficial to both of them. Look, I'm gonna bless you, but we gonna go. Gotta clear up the room. That's how I'm gonna get Cardi B back. You feel me? We don't know what's going on, bro. That's why you just mind your business and just listen to the content and engage with the content. That's what we on here for, bro. We not on here to see, oh, Charleston White, I don't like him. Oh, Boosie, I don't like him. We don't know these people to not like them. I never a day in my life met Charleston White. I don't know. Listen, Charleston White don't know me, and I don't know him, bro. We want to know how we met each other? Playing on the internet. Pay attention, man. Pay attention, man. Playing on the internet and change your life. Me playing with Charleston White on the internet then changed my life. You feel me? I could do others. Listen, I could do other stuff if I wanted to. I just don't want to. Bro, tap in all the time, pressing my line. Man, nigga, know that? I don't, you feel me? I don't be in the comments with y'all agreeing with what y'all saying. That's what you feel. I respect how you feel. I'm pretty sure you don't like me. But guess what? You gonna keep seeing me. Even if you block me, even if you high user, you gonna keep seeing me.
And I was paying him. I think it probably started with like $1,000 or something like that.
Right. And I remember you telling me around that time that you were shocked how, as soon as you started paying people, even a small amount, like $1,000, that all of a sudden they were right on time. They weren't bullshitting. They were scheduling it, that they were a lot more on top of it once it started to feel like work for them.
Well, yeah. And with that, you got the ability to have more frequency with these types of guests, right? Because otherwise, like, okay, yeah, I'll do a show every so often. I'm not going to do it every month, for free. I got other shit to do, and you're not looking at it that way at that point. But you start paying people, and it starts to build up, and it turns into a real thing. And now you have people that literally support themselves off appearance fees, like a Woody or like a Charleston. He does other stuff. I'm not saying that's all he does, but I feel like that's a percentage of his income that he counts on is that appearance fee money, because he's always doing interviews.
If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you become a...
And we all know this, right? Because if you think about it, right? Everybody that's on the internet for one thing, bro. You think that Boosie just doing interviews just to do interviews, bro? Come on now, gang. Come on, gang. Come on, gang. So I was watching Vlad earlier, and I seen 6ix9ine on there. He was trolling Boosie. I'm like, dang, it's cold. I want to do the thing. You feel me? Like, I want to do the thing with the people. You feel me? But, like, it was ugly because I had just dropped. I'm like, damn. Feel me? You can't overdrop, because if you overdrop, it's bad. A lot of people ain't gonna see it. So, get into this. Shout out to Vlad.
All right, here we go. Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yo, Vlad, start off. You're the first person. Today's May 4th, probably an hour away from May 5th. You're the first person to be on the Facts TV. Like, this is the first time I use it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, Facts TV, VladTV, you know, you had a big influences that because all I do is talk facts.
Right.
So you're the first person. I don't know when.
Y'all think, y'all think 6ix9ine be talking facts?
It's gonna release, but when people clip it back, they were like, "Oh, Vlad was the first because it was May 4th, and my stream released May 6th." So
yeah, it's the maiden voyage of Facts TV right here.
And guys, look at the setup, bro. Every time Vlad comes, we have an amazing fucking setup, best scenery, and the first time Vlad, I mean, I don't know if it's the first time, but first time from my recollection, that you're on the camera with the person you're interviewing. So
yeah. I mean, I've done it here and there, but this is probably the first major interview that I'm actually on camera.
That's dope.
And I'm wearing your chain too, just so you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front like this is mine. This is yours right here.
Yeah, we just dropped that today.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's get into it. Now, I mean, the first thing is, I feel like you're the reason why a whole bunch of my guests are upset.
Yeah.
Because first Boosie had a problem.
You say you think or you know?
I know.
Yeah, I know too. No, it is what it is. So my thing is like, pocket watching fucks up a lot of shit, right?
It do.
From a man, it's strange. From a girl, it's like natural. You know what I mean? Because a girl's like, no.
So what he doing right here, right, is he's trying to compare Boosie, what he doing, to what females do. So he basically calling Boosie a female without saying it like that when it first crack off, because he know he want people to see this. So it's gonna look like, you feel me? In the name of content, it's gonna look like he's trying to give Boosie some sympathy, but really, this how he feel.
Oh, babe, he just did this, he did that. They fall in love with Instagram. For a nigga to do it, and especially a nigga that says he stands on principles, I'm just talking about Boosie, I know that's your man's, but for him to pocket watch, remember, he's your boy. Like, he's been interviewing you for how many years before? No, hold on, no, wait, don't defend him. Before...
And look, you can tell Vlad still rock with Boosie, you feel me? He just heard that Boosie, because he know that a large amount of his views for the year come from Boosie, you feel me? A big amount, feel me? So Vlad, like, you know, he can't bash Boosie like that, because him and Boosie didn't already talked after Vlad then responded to Boosie. Boosie then responded back. Vlad then, and then Aries Spears chimed in, and then Charleston White chimed in, and it led to an interview. Ain't no telling who else. Everybody that's coming on Vlad, he asking them about that. They talking about that. He got academics interviewing him. He got 6ix9ine interviewing. Like, this is gonna make, he know what's going on. Vlad is a real smart person when it comes to the internet, because that's why him and Charleston interview gonna click like that. You feel me? Because Vlad knows that if he keeps talking about this topic that with everybody, he gonna end up accumulating that big amount of views that he didn't get from doing the Boosie interview this year. You get what I'm saying? So y'all gotta pay attention, man. Y'all, I'ma stop saying y'all, bro. I'ma say the people that ain't hip. Feel me? The people that ain't hip, y'all be in the comments going crazy. Keyboard gangsters. Making fake pages, talking crazy, talking to me like I'm Charleston, talking to them like they Vlad. Like, people just be in too deep and they don't know the process of this content stuff. That's why I say make a channel and do your own thing and see what worked for you, and whatever worked for your channel, keep doing it, even if you don't like it. It's like when you get up every day in the morning, right? And to my workers, my hard labor workers. Feel me? Shout out to y'all. Salute y'all. But it's like when you wake up in the morning, you don't want to go to work, bro. You want to stay at home, play with your kids, lay with your girl, enjoy that 30 days of the rent that you just paid. Feel me? You down there for like 10, 14 days out of the 30. You get what I'm saying? So that's how it be for real, for real. But I ain't gonna keep popping it though. We'll pop it after. Let's see what they talking about.
I interviewed you with you in 2025. How many interviews?
What I am gonna do, I'm gonna keep popping it till we get them likes up. Y'all get them likes up though. Show for show, man. Hit that like button if y'all up in here, man. I ain't asking for y'all to donate. I ain't putting no super chat goals and all that. I'm just asking y'all one simple thing. Please hit the like button, man. I don't beg nobody but my wife and my mama and my granny and my pops. Hit that like button for me, man. You feel me? Y'all mean a lot to me, bro. I don't do this for me to talk to myself. I'm talking to y'all. You feel me? Talk back with that like button. If you ain't gonna type, if you driving on the road, shout out to them truckers too. Feel me? Hit that like button real fast. You feel me? When you got time. Don't wreck trying to hit the like button, but hit that like button, man.
What year did he start?
Well, technically, our first interview was 20 years ago. So, but way before VladTV, when I was doing DVDs. So, 2006 was the first interview.
Came off for this. He should have way more loyalty to you if it's fucking a century. You know what's a century?
It's 100 years.
A
decade.
No, a decade is 10 years.
Right, so 2 decades.
So 2 decades. Yeah. We were both wrong. I took facts. But listen, so my thing is, I think a century is 20 years. If I'm mistaken.
No, it's 100 years.
All right, it's 100 years.
Quarter century.
Yeah.
Quarter century.
Well, quarter century is 25
he should have more loyalty to you because at the end of the day, if he's been getting money with you, not 20 years, but maybe 5 years, 6 years,
well, like 10 years.
years.
So we started going, regular in 2016 after he got out of prison. And then for the last 10 years, we've been regular, multiple times a year.
So just say, right, if he's been 10 years, Facts TV right here, best fucking shit in the world. If he's been with you for 10 years, just say he's done 1 interview. How many interviews would you say he do a year? 1?
Sometimes as many as 4.
4.
Yeah.
So 4 times 10.
40. I mean, he's probably done
equals
maybe
40
30
25. Jesus Christ. So just for you to talk, can you see that, guys?
Right, okay, but here's the thing.
No, fuck that. Can you see that, guys? So just for him to fucking talk, right? Just for him to be fucking, speaking about whatever the fuck, you making $1 million off of this man?
Right, he's not making $1 million. So
why not?
Those numbers went up.
In 10 years?
No, but he didn't start out at 25. He started for free, and then we went to like a couple thousand.
How long has he been in 25,000?
Maybe like a year. Before that, it was 20. Before that, it was 15, 10. We kind of built it up. As the views went up, the appearance fees went up.
All right. My views have been going, give me a second. My views have been going up, right?
The first interview was the biggest.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Interview.
But I'm saying, but my numbers has kept a positive number over everybody else.
Your numbers are heavy.
All right, so let's get back to Boosie. So instead of over the years, his views, doing what they do and his numbers going up. I mean, going up and hold on, just up and down, right?
Well, they went up. They went up until a certain point. They started to dip down over the last maybe year or two.
But his pay, you just said that his pay was going up, like over the years, right?
Yeah.
I produced the best on your channel ever, and my pay cut just kept going down. You know why? Because I understand business, right? I understand that sometimes there's a bigger picture, right? When you're Boosie and you're this guy that wants to, just be productive and selfish and all that stuff, and this is my opinion. I know he's your friend. I don't, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want you to disrespect any of my friends, but give me a second. So let's just say this is the chart, right? Give me a second. Just say this is the chart. How I draw on this bitch, right? So this is Boosie's numbers over the years, right? We're gonna start right here. It's just been a decline. See that? Can you see that?
Right, but that's not.
I don't know why it went up.
That's not really how it went.
But this is how it really went for 6ix9ine. Right? So 6ix9ine has been skyrocketing, and I've been taking pay cuts, and you actually been pocketing the money like a honest Jew, but you haven't gave that to Boosie, and you have my full permission to give him some of my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to give Boosie some of that Tekashi money?
Yeah.
So you'd come back.
Yeah, so he could build more properties on his estate. I think, like I said, his Boosie estate should be Vlad estates. All the money you paid him along the way. You know, rent is cheap in Atlanta. Like, beyond cheap. Can we go on Zillow?
And do what?
And look at, like, houses in Atlanta? Like, you get a house for, like, $500,000 with, like, 1 million acres.
Yeah, like a lake and everything, yeah.
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 Now, this is where 6ix9ine get the trolling Boosie, and this is what I was telling y'all about, because he started the interview off like he was saying some good things about Boosie, but he really just trolling, which is entertainment. This is what we here for, chaos. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I know Boosie mad watching this right now. Feel me? So yeah, you feel me? That's what's going on, bro. He trolling this man like viciously.
Well, I mean, he
catches the same fish over and over. You know that, right?
Well, he put fish into his lake. It's
just crazy.
And then Vlad indulging in it. You get what I'm saying? That's what be killing me, bro. When you fall out with somebody, bro, over some little petty stuff, $5,000, man. $5,000, man. Feel me? Imagine you fall out with somebody for 5,000 bones, right? And they get on the internet trying to downplay you like you putting the same fish in the lake. Like, that's probably Boosie content, though. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's just weird, gang.
Can we post, and I'm not going to do this because Facts TV, can we post the same fish he has caught for the past 10 years since he knew Vlad? It's the same fish. That fish probably has like 100 hooks through his mouth.
Shout out to Lake Boosie. It just got built like maybe about a year ago. Listen, at the end of the day,
and he had Mexicans working on it, which fucking irritates
Mexicans definitely worked on his property. Yes.
So I feel like I should have some say on his property.
Okay, I don't know about that, but all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking straight hooligan activity. I see people jumping off the rocks and doing crazy shit. It's just crazy.
Well, yeah, because after the Boosie situation, because Boosie heard about what you were making. Now, I never actually said what you're making, right?
Yeah, he was pocket watching.
Yeah.
I said you want to say it?
Can you tell the world?
You want to do it?
No, wait. Can you? I don't give a fuck. But can you tell the world? All right, just say it.
You want to say it?
Yeah.
50,000.
So you paid me 50,000.
Right, for the first interview.
For the first interview,
yeah.
And then from 50,000, can you tell the world what I went to?
I think you went to 15 next.
So let me go back to my fucking calculator. And did I ever bitch about payment?
Nope.
All right, let's go back to the calculator. Sorry. So if we start at 50,000, guys, can you see that? We start at 50,000. You subtract it by 15,000, right?
Well, no,
you receive 35,000 pay cut. So I took a 35,000. I could have said, Vlad, I'm the most watched person on your interview. You have to pay me. If we're gonna run this back, you have to do this. You have to do that. The balls in my court.
You could have actually raised it up.
I could have raised it up.
Yeah.
I took a $35,000 pay cut, guys.
True. That's facts.
Nah.
That's facts. Am I right? Yo, Don, am I right?
Right.
So yeah, my thing is,
we got
guys,
Aries Spears,
you
man.
can't be greedy.
Y'all know Flacco be on people like that. And we got the academic stuff. So.
And Aries Spears is having a very tough day. He just got destroyed and exposed by VladTV again. See, Aries Spears made a video on his Instagram where he promised
Vlad everywhere. What Charleston White say? Biggest VladTV interview ever.
us he was going to expose and destroy Vlad on his podcast this week, even going as far as claiming he's the greatest ish talker ever, and Vlad done messed up now. But indeed, Vlad ain't messed up. Because when I clicked on to hear what Aries Spears had to say about Vlad, it was very underwhelming, embarrassing, and kind of cringe. I think at some point his co-host called him out, and Aries Spears just flat out lied, and the entire comment section is saying, "Bro, you lie. Like we can tell you're lying."
But Vlad is such a narcissist and sensitive. And listen, I'm an egomaniac.
I appreciate you, man. Long Way 502 for that $5 super chat, man. My boy said, keep up the hard work. And it's AK straight. AK straight, man. AK living life right now, man. You know my boy got his, I don't want to speak on other people's business and stuff, but he in a good space right now. Feel me? That's all I'm gonna say, bro. He in a good space. Tap in with him on Instagram. He'll probably respond to you. Check on him and stuff like that. For sure. He in a good space, gang. Appreciate you though, gang. Appreciate you for that good old $5, man. Y'all put a W in the chat for my boy Long Way, man.
I got my flaws as far as some of that goes, so I'm owning up to that. But I'm also not gonna kiss your ass, which is to say, I guess in Vlad's mind, maybe I approached this wrong, even though I just simply said, yo, man, I would like a little bit more money. To which he said, and this is where he kind of rubbed me wrong, where he just goes, something, and he said it so blatantly, like, you know, you don't do what Boosie does, and I don't care what people say in terms of them telling you, yo, I watch the show for you. When you're not on, I don't care for it. When you're on, I buy subscriptions. The minute you leave, I cancel the subscription. All I'm simply gonna say is there's value in that.
Aries Spears is probably new to this content or YouTube thing, but if you're dropping a hit piece being used to run propaganda on somebody, you don't include the things we would agree on. You want to include everything that makes the person look bad. This just makes Vlad look even more great. Vlad telling you that a fan telling you that they subscribe to my membership and cancel right when they get done watching your interview is not really a metric he's using to determine whether or not he should pay you $20,000 a month. Right, for you to be offended that he said that and to try to convince us that what he said was no. We all agree with what Vlad said. Of course, that's not a metric I'm gonna use. What? Especially if the person who's buying my membership is canceling right after you get done. I can't sustain a business that way. I don't want people who only come and watch you that don't never come back. But Aries Spears thought there was value in 2 or 3 comments when Vlad got 6 million subscribers.
And I know I might not. I know I don't
Hey, Flacco be talking.
get the numbers that Boosie gets. So I'm not asking for what Boosie gets. But what I'm saying is if there is value and people telling you that, yo, I watch because of him, I get subscriptions because of him, well, the nigga, break a little bread. Because if I'm the last of the Mohicans, and I thought Tony Yayo wasn't on anymore, but he still is, as far as I know, Lord Jamar quit. Godfrey, I know for sure, quit. Boosie, because he's not getting the money he wants, he quit. If I'm one of the last staples left that generate numbers, work with me. And the main thing that struck me wrong is I said, Vlad, don't tell me my worth. Because while you might feel I'm not, and maybe he thought I was asking for what Boosie was, which I wasn't. And I thought I made that clear. I'm just saying that if I have any value, let's talk. But to simply go, oh, I'm not gonna pay you just based off what people say. And I'm going, I think there's value in that. And then so he goes, yo, I'm gonna call you, let's talk about it. And at the time he wanted to talk, I couldn't talk. I was busy.
This is where Aries Spears really messed up because in a he says, she says situation, we're trying to determine who's more credible. Who can we believe? Vlad says this, Aries Spears this. Which is true? Vlad says that Aries Spears was disrespectful to the guest. Aries Spears said Vlad is lying. Who do we believe? So if you're Aries Spears and you put yourself in a position where you're about to proceed to lie about something that all of our eyes already saw, and you're about to proceed to lie about it as if our eyes didn't see what we saw, then you automatically become the least credible one, and we now have to take Vlad's word as the gospel. See, Aries Spears talks about this, like this call. Now, the call is what broke up Aries Spears and Vlad's relationship because Vlad thought Aries Spears was being hella disrespectful. He deliberately lies about the text exchange with Vlad, lies about the series of events, lies about who set a time, lies about agreeing to a time, and he did all of this to make himself look like a victim and to make Vlad look like Vlad was just tripping for no reason. And once he did this is where I feel like Aries Spears lost the audience.
So then when I didn't call him at the time he told me to call him, next thing I know, I see the clip of him talking shit. So I text him and simply said, you know what, and like I was almost rubbing my forehead when I did it. It's like, man, please tell me that you're not doing what I...
That nigga lying. He made 30 videos after that, gang. He's still making videos right now as we speak. He responding to Vlad on Instagram right now. If we go to his page, he responded to Vlad for sure.
Think you're doing? Please tell me you're not throwing me under the bus because I didn't call you back. Like, please, Vlad. And I literally text him all this. Please, I didn't even watch the interview because I'm just hoping you're not doing what I think you are. His reply, F you.
Well,
wait. And then the next thing I know, here we are.
Stand on business when you see me. Shots fired, man down. He couldn't walk, he couldn't believe it. He said, F you. I'm telling you, bro, everybody is expandable, bro. I swear, bro, anybody could be replaced, especially in the algorithm. Algorithm don't care about nobody, but that shit academic. Well, let me stop saying that. Flacco said academic just made a grown man cry on this podcast, man. Let's see.
This complex media list has everybody turning against academics out of nothing but pure jealousy. I had a lot of issue with the list. Academics being one was not one of my issues. Academics is obviously number one. He's the most impactful media personality. He's the most tapped in media personality. He's the best source of news, talent-wise, grind-wise. He gives the most in terms of a media personality. He's on live stream 6 hours a day, 7 days a week. Right, so academics is clearly number one most impactful, right? And we see it with the Drake and Kendrick beef. Now, that beef is 2 years ago, and it has no impact in what I believe should be the list currently. But even with that beef, right, like what we saw was academics being the go-to guy for what it was, right? Now, I think academics this year, since the beef is 2 years ago, this year academics has proven to be the number one source of news and information in hip-hop media, right? He's the most impactful voice. Now, Joe being at number 2, I definitely agree with. Vlad being number 3, I agree with this one, but I was shocked Vlad was number 3. Even though I do believe Vlad is number 3, I was shocked that Complex would give Vlad his credibility because, there was some point where Vlad was like ranked like number 12 or 15th when he was obviously top 5, and it was like discrediting him. Now, Jadakiss and Fat Joe being number 4, y'all are out of y'all effing minds, bro. Cut it out, man. Jadakiss and Fat Joe had a show for about 6 or 7 months so far. And for about 3 out of the 6 or 7 months, it's been behind a paywall on Netflix. So for the last 3 months, we haven't even seen what Jadakiss and Fat Joe has to say. It's behind a paywall. So how is Jadakiss and Fat Joe?
I think people who do that, they kill their channel, bro. Like even with Breakfast Club, like, because they like Jada and Joe. Jadakiss and Fat Joe, they shit was doing numbers for sure. They was in the algorithm. But when you stop being consistent, you get replaced. They take it away and give it to somebody else.
The most impactful, I don't like the most powerful. I can't even begin to fathom their thought process. But as we'll see a little later in this video, they had no thought process. Okay, now Charlamagne being 5, I would probably agree with Charlamagne the God being number 4. Like behind Vlad. The rest of the list is cool. Like Rory and Mal, I definitely agree, should be a little higher. I'll probably put Rory and Mal, I don't know. Man, in fact, no, like 7 is good. I'll put Rory and Mal in the top 10. Just as my personal bias, I think Rory and Mal is the only podcast where you could legitimately make an argument they have 3 A mics. Rory is an A mic, Mal is an A mic, and Damaris, I think, is an A mic on any other podcast. Now, like the only like surprise or shock.
Yeah, bro. Flacco different. Now they say 50 Cent was hit with a lawsuit, man. Let's see what they talking about.
lawyer to a lawsuit filed against him by a woman who worked with the music mogul for about 12 years. Here are some of the highlights of the lawsuit. Monique Mayers claims she refused to hide property in her own name to conceal Jackson's connection to a transaction during his bankruptcy-related reporting period. She also says she would not file a false police report accusing Jackson's driver and bodyguard of stealing Jackson's vehicle and approximately $600,000 in cash. Because of that, Mayers says she was fired in March of 2019 without cause and without severance. Now, there's a lot more in this 67-page lawsuit, including text messages, phone records, that Mayers says prove she was harassed and endured emotional distress and psychological injury. 50 Cent's attorney responded, though, to those allegations, calling Mayers a disgruntled former employee who was terminated for cause over 5 years ago. His attorney also said this lawsuit is nothing more than a transparent attempt to use the guise of a legal proceeding to seek an unjustified payday well outside the applicable statute of limitations. They also noted Mayers has, quote, chosen to employ counsel who is currently engaged in separate ongoing litigation against Mr. Jackson on behalf of Shaniqua Tompkins. Who is that, you might ask? Well, Tompkins shares a son with 50 Cent.
As the boss from hell in a new lawsuit, and she makes a lot of allegations that include threats, FBI investigations, and the possibility that 50 Cent's associates were involved in the 2006 murder of Busta Rhymes' bodyguard. Mayers says she worked for 50 Cent for 12 years, and for part of that time, she did the work of 3 executives without complaint. But then in 2019, Mayers claims in a lawsuit just filed that things between her and 50 started to go south. In the lawsuit, Mayers' attorneys write,
Every time things go south, man, them women turn. Woo.
Jackson ran his workplace the same way he built his public persona, through fear, humiliation, loyalty tests, and punishment. Money bought power. Second, Mayers claims that 50 Cent and his associates wanted Mayers to file a false police report, claiming the rapper's bodyguard stole his car, but in reality, he believed the bodyguard had stolen $600,000 from him. That money, according to Mayers, had never been reported by 50 to the bankruptcy court as earned income. The lawsuit states, in a single day, Jackson had asked Ms. Mayers to file a false police report for a car that was not stolen, be an accomplice in concealing $600,000 in undisclosed cash from a state court, and fire Walters for the alleged theft while Jackson listened from the shadows. In every instance, Jackson wanted someone else to stand between him and his illegal conduct or enable his feckless conduct. In every instance, Ms. Mayers refused. Because of all of this, including not firing the bodyguard, she says she was fired in late March of 2019, was promised severance but never received it. And she says that she was harassed and threatened by people associated with 50 Cent for years. Yeah, TBD is for sure. I think we have learned some interesting things here. If everything that she's claiming in this lawsuit is true, or at least some things, there have been apparently FBI investigations related to 50 Cent. She's saying, she's been in touch with the FBI. She's been called in front of grand juries to testify. So it sounds like they've been investigating him over the years, but no charges have been filed.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. I mean, the good news for her is she's been a dutiful reporter or complainer, if you will, of misconduct. But law enforcement's apparently investigated it.
Yo, it's Big Ant.
That's ugly, gang. That's what's going on. Then they said Rick Ross chiming in.
AKA Curtis Jackson, is responding through his lawyer to a lawsuit filed against him by a woman who worked with the music mogul for about 12 years. Here are some of the highlights of the lawsuit. Monique Mayers claims she refused to hide property in her own name to conceal Jackson's connection to a transaction during his bankruptcy-related reporting period. She also says she would not file a false police report accusing Jackson's driver and bodyguard of stealing Jackson's vehicle and approximately $600,000 in cash. Because of that, Mayers says she was fired in March of 2019 without cause and without severance. Now, there's a lot more in this 67-page lawsuit, including text messages, phone records, that Mayer says prove she was harassed and endured emotional distress and psychological injury. 50 Cent's attorney responded, though, to those allegations, calling Mayers a disgruntled former employee who was...
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. It's back.
It's bad for the rappers, man. What I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all it's a sad day for the rappers, bro? Didn't I tell y'all? It started getting heated with the Diddy stuff. You feel me? And then it just started going up, bro. We got Stephon Diggs. We got listen. Look, gang. It's looking bad for the boy, man.
Yeah, man, someday they won't want to look at you, man. And man, you ugly too or something. You stink. You been outside sweating. Yeah, man, that's the value of a man. And they done took that value away.
They done took that away.
Man.
And every time a nigga say it's strict over there.
This was going on, man. This was going on. Ain't really nothing in the algorithm on mine. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a whole nother page just to my algorithm killed. It's mixed with a lot of stuff. Y'all know what's going on, man. I came on here and I did what I was supposed to do, man. Appreciate y'all that tapped in with me. Shout out to my boy for that Long Way 502. Shout out to him, man, for that good 5 Everybody that hit that like button, I appreciate y'all. If y'all catching this replay, man, make sure y'all pull it all the way back. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all click these videos that pop up on the screen right here. Get y'all caught up in the loop, man. But I'm out, man. I'm gonna get at y'all. Appreciate it. Show for